Welcome to Red Dead Redemption 2. Today we have an easy guide on how to install visual graphics mods. We'll be installing 7 different variations, as well as showing you how to install ReShade on top of it. If you want to see what each of these graphics mods has to offer before you install them, make sure to check out my visual mod showcase down in the description. Also make sure you have Script Hook LML and Online Content Unlocker installed. These are going to be the basic requirements you'll need, and if you need help installing those, I'll leave my dummies guide down below linked as well. So for now, let's get started. We'll first download and install Visual Redemption. So on this main website page, we'll go ahead and click on this view button, and then on the next page you can just click download. We'll navigate to our downloads folder, and then we'll need to find our game folder as well. So if we right click on RDR2 in Steam, go down to manage, and then browse local files, we'll have our game folder pop up. We'll open up our Visual Redemption zip file, and from here we'll go ahead and go inside of this first folder, and then we'll go into the main files as well. We're going to take this Visual Redemption folder and place it into our LML folder. So now if we go into LML, you'll see Visual Redemption installed, and if we go back in the zip folder, we can go into the optional add-ons as well, which I always like to add the no vignetting. So we'll go ahead and click into that, and then we'll take this time cycle mod and we'll drag it inside of our Visual Redemption folder. It'll ask you to replace a file, so you'll select yes, and now you have Visual Redemption installed. But there's also a ReShade we can install on top of that to make things pop out a little bit more. So on the ReShade website, if we click on this purple download, it'll take us to a new page, and then under download you should see download ReShade 6.3.3 or whatever the latest version is. You just need to simply click on this green button and then select to where your ReShade will be downloaded to. Once you do this, you need to double click on the ReShade executable file, and in this new pop-up, you need to find your Red Dead Redemption 2.exe. Make sure it's this one and not the Rockstar Games Launcher Play RDR2.exe. We want this one. Once you have this highlighted, just press next, and for the API graphic settings, you need to make sure you choose Vulkan, and also in your in-game settings, you need to make sure you're using Vulkan mode as well. Mods are not made for DirectX 12, so you will just be experiencing crashes if you're trying to use these API settings. Make sure you're on Vulkan. Go ahead and press next afterwards, and then on this next page, we're going to click the uncheck all, and then we're going to press it again to check all. After that, we'll go ahead and press next again, and all your shaders and textures should start to download. Once done, you can press finish, and now we'll install the visual ReShade that goes with Visual Redemption. So we'll go into the Files tab and download the 3.0 version. Once you download the ReShade, you can open it up, and inside you'll find an ini file. This needs to go into your game root folder. So you need to find the game folder that has your RDR2.exe file in it. You just need to drag this ini file inside of it, and it's as simple as that to install a ReShade preset. Now when you load up the game, you'll see that ReShade UI that pops up at the top, and in game by default, in order to open up the ReShade menu, it is the home key. Now the home key by default is the same key that opens up this Rockstar menu, which is definitely annoying. So what I like to do is press the home key and keep my finger on the key for a few seconds, slowly release it, and it should just keep this menu up without the Rockstar one popping up. You can then go into the settings tab and change the actual overlay hotkey so that you don't have to deal with the problem. But in order to get your ReShade preset working, you need to press on this drop down, and you need to find that ini file you installed. So we found Visual Redemption, you press select, and if this is your first time installing ReShade, after you select your ini file, you're going to see a continue button at the bottom, and then after you press that, you'll press finish. Then you can either press escape or home key again, and your ReShade will be active. Another thing in the settings menu, you can add an effect toggle key so that in game you can toggle the ReShade on and off, just so you can see what the ReShade is actually changing. Now we'll install Collyrium, so we'll go over to the Files tab, hit that manual download. Then if we go back to description and check out the requirements, it says that we need this graphics.ytd crash fix. So we'll go ahead and click on this link, we'll go to the Files tab, and then download this as well. We'll go ahead and open up Collyrium zip file. We'll go inside of this first folder. In here you should see visuals. We'll go ahead and open up our LML folder, and you want to make sure you don't have any other graphics mods installed because they won't be compatible. So I'm going to get rid of Visual Redemption, and then we can drag this visual folder inside of our LML folder. Now we'll open that graphics YTD crash fix, and this is an ASI file. So we'll go back to our game root folder, the one where the RDR2.exe file is, and we'll take this ASI file and drag it directly inside. Now you have Collyrium installed. Now we'll do the install process for visuals. So we'll go ahead and download this file. And for this one, you see that you have some additional files as well. So you can download the Cinematic Edition, which gives you DOF and optional cinematic black bars, or you can download the No Vignette add-on. So we'll go ahead and download this one as an example. Again, we'll go into our LML folder and make sure we delete any other graphics mods that we had installed. We'll open up the YM's Visual Standard Edition, and all you need to do is drag this YM's Visual folder inside of your LML folder. We'll open up our No Vignette add-on, and all you need to do is take this folder and drag it into your LML as well. You'll replace a couple files, and now you have Visuals by YMs successfully installed. Next, we'll install VESTIGIA. So we'll go to the Files tab and download this first file. We'll again delete any visual mods we have installed. We'll open up the VESTIGIA zip file, and then you just need to drag the VESTIGIA folder inside of LML. You also have some optional files as well. So if you want to change the precipitation options, you can click into Stylized, and then you'll see this precip folder. If you click into VESTIGIA in LML, you'll see the same folder. So all you need to do is bring this folder inside, and it will replace some files. Same with the nighttime darkness options. If you want it very dark, you just need to take this time cycle folder and drag it inside to replace the default files. And then after that, you have VESTIGIA successfully installed. We'll install Seki's visuals next. So we'll go to the Files tab, download the file. Make sure we delete any previous graphics mods. We'll open up Seki's zip file. We'll click into Seki's visuals 1.4, and then we'll click into this LML. We'll take this Seki folder and drag it inside of our LML folder. You also have an optional mod as well, which if we click into it, this will change up the sky dome a bit. So if you want to install this one, you just need to drag this replace file inside of LML. And then you have Seki's visuals successfully installed. Next up, we have Chelonia visuals. So we'll go ahead and download this file. We'll go ahead and delete our previous graphics mod, open up Chelonia zip file, and then you just need to drag the Chelonia visuals inside of your LML folder. This one is super simple. And then moving on, we have Vanderlin's Vision, a visual overhaul. We'll go ahead and download this file. We'll delete our previous graphics mod, open up the Vanderlin zip file, and we'll take this VDLV folder and drag it inside of our LML folder. So now you have this successfully installed. Now keep in mind, adding visual mods to RDR2 will affect your performance, so you will lose frames depending on what kind of PC you have. But there's an app on Steam I always use called Lossless Scaling, which can help you get a bunch of your frames back. I'll leave my guide for the best settings down below as well if you want to check this out. This isn't a free app, but it only costs $6 or $7, and this will double your frames. So if you want a little bit more smoother experience for RDR2, I would suggest taking a look at this. If you don't want to miss out on any more guides like this, make sure to like and subscribe. So until next time, we'll see ya.